If your eye drawings look flat or lifeless, whether it's human or animal, you're probably making at least one of these mistakes. Here are 5 tips that will instantly make any eye look more realistic. And tip number 4 is the one that makes the biggest difference. Even though I'm using animal eyes here, these same principles apply to human eyes too. Tip number 1 is to get an accurate line drawing. Before you even begin to add colour to your paper, your line drawing has to be absolutely solid. You need accurate proportions, otherwise the whole eye will feel wrong, no matter how well you render it. You want to pay attention to the shape of the eye and how the eyelids shape around it. Most eyes are round or spherical, with the eyelids encroaching ever so slightly, so you want to make sure that the eye is round, even if it's slightly sketching beyond what you can see in your reference. You want to make sure that the iris and the pupil are placed correctly. This is especially important if your subject is looking slightly off center or the camera angle isn't head on. The placement of any highlights is also important to map out early so you can leave the negative space for later. A good trick to make sure things are looking spot on is to turn your drawing upside down. This enables you to focus on the shapes and look at your piece a little bit more objectively. Tip number 2 is to build your colours slowly. One of the biggest mistakes is going in too dark, too fast. The key to realistic glassy eyes is to build colours slowly and with lots of layers. This helps to build in lots of subtle colour variation, which is absolutely perfect for eyes, especially within the iris. You want to start light, usually the lightest of the tones according to your iris colour, and you want to gradually build the layers darker. This also applies to the pressure that you're using with your pencils. Use a light pressure and build many layers to create a realistic depth. This gives you a lot more control and stops your colours from muddying. Tip number 3 is to focus on iris details. The iris is the capture point of an eye. It's where you can build a lot of detail and interest. What you don't want to do is treat the iris like a flat circle of colour. You want to really pay attention to your reference photo and you want to focus on any light patterns. Where is darkest in the eye? Where are the colour highlights and the shadows? Then you can start to look at the detail and patterns that these lights and shadows create. I like to start the base layers of an iris with tiny circles of colour just to fill the paper, and then I turn those circles into radial lines which come from the pupil. This will help build details and structure that you often see in a real eye. Take a look also for any slight imperfections, tiny dots, streaks, irregular patterns. These are going to really step up your realism game. Just be careful not to overdo the details. You want to focus on the ones that stick out the most. Adding absolutely everything and each tiny detail can make your eye look too noisy and even verge on looking unrealistic. So you want to take a step back and you want to look at your work often to decide what needs to be added. By the way, if you want to see the process of any of these eye studies that I'm showing in real time, I do have the full-length tutorials over on my Patreon page where I go through everything step by step without speeding it up. But for now, let's get on to the next most important tip, and that is tip number 4, to focus on your values. This is the one that changes everything and the one that can turn your drawing from really flat to ultra realistic in just a few small tweaks. Even if your colours aren't perfect, strong values, which are your lights and your darks, will make the eye feel real. You want to make sure you have super deep, rich darks, mainly in the pupil and the shadows of the eye. Think about the shadows around the eyelids and mainly around the outer edges of the eye. I like to add a touch of black and blue into the pupil to make sure I get it really dark, maybe even a little bit of brown in there as well. And you want to make sure you have strong contrast where it matters. Small dark shadows around your highlights will really make them pop. You also want to make sure that your midtones are really clear because these help to blend everything smoothly together. A really common mistake is to keep everything too similar in value, which leads to a flat looking eye. So a trick is to turn your reference and your drawing into grayscale. This will show you clearer values and it's easier to see where you need to darken, where you need to lighten, and what your drawing really needs to work on. Tip number 5 is to leave the highlights to last. Highlights are what bring the eye to life, and I like to save them for the very end. You want to make sure that you look closely at your reference and determine where the light source is coming from. If the highlights are sharp and punchy, or if they're a little bit more muted and soft. Are there any reflections, windows, the person taking the photo? make sure you add these details in as well, which adds to the realism. I like to slightly map out highlights at the very beginning, as I mentioned in first tip, just to protect the space, but then only refine and brighten them and add in all of those details right at the very end. And that's when you can really push the contrast and you can really make them pop. So tip number 4 and tip number 5 really play into each other, because then you can really push your values and boost that realism. Those are my 5 tips to make any eye, human or animal, look more realistic. If you want to keep improving, make sure you check out this video. It'll help you take your drawing skills further. And if you want to go a bit deeper, I've got Patreon where I share longer, in-depth tutorials and real-time drawing sessions. It's linked below. Don't forget to subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye.